Such a good turnout in our youth class that we're going to have 3 splits to this division. Our gates are going closed. If you would, drivers on the rail at the trot. Walk your entries, please. Walk. And trot on, please. And we are going to be reversing as you make your way around. Lexi, you'll start our reverse. Down to the walk, please. Down to the walk. And trot on, please. Back into the trot. And we are lining up as you come down to your ring, Stuart. Lining up, please. And give our youth exhibitors a nice round of applause as they make their way in with the first division into the lineup. In this class, our judge is basing his decision on our youth drivers, seeing how well they work together with their horse, how they handle the lines, how they make adjustments with the lines. These are the beginners in our draft horse industry. They are all ages 9 to 14. So again, very, very young, and it takes a lot of nerve to come out here in a world show competition, being that young and putting on a show for us. So we appreciate our first division. This class sponsored by the Daly family in memory of Alex Greer of Plainfield, New Hampshire. This again is just the first division honoring our youth drivers. Our judge making notes on his card. All right, we are dismissing them out. If you would give them a nice round of applause, the first division of our 9 to 14-year-old class. We will see them back in the arena for final placing. Quite a tribute to our exhibitors. When this many youth exhibitors come in on our junior class, again, we do want to thank the Daly family. This class is in memory of Alex Greer. Bart and Jill Daly have sponsored this class again in memory of their dear friend and Percheron advocate Alex Greer. They love the breed and enjoy watching the future generations sponsoring our cart class. Here comes round number 2. We did have 25 entries scheduled for this class. Not to put pressure on our judge, just 25 entries. 6 in the arena. Those remaining entries, if you would come in. All right, we're closing the gate. We're going to go with these 6 entries on the rail at the trot, please. Walk, please, down to the walk. And trot on, please, back into the trot. And we are going to be reversing as you make your way around. Sarah will start our reverse. Down to the walk, please. I'll walk. And trot on, drivers, back into the trot. And we will be lining up with Miss Sarah as you come around. And as round number 2 makes their way in, give them a nice round of applause saluting our youth drivers 9 to 14 years of age. All right, our judge is now reviewing this class again. He has seen these youth drivers working on the rail. Again, in this class, he is judging the driver and how they present their horse into the arena, making sure that they go to the different gates when asked. In this class, not only do you see them with a capable rider with them, they usually have they must have a whip in hand and always a nice smile on their face. These classes should look like they are having fun and a nice, pleasurable drive. We are dismissing this group. As always, give our youth exhibitors a nice round of applause as they make their way out, ready for round number 3. One more section for our judges' review. Again, thanking the Daly family. They dedicated this class in memory of Alex Greer. They join us from Plainfield, New Hampshire. On deck will be our gelding ladies cart. On deck, ladies gelding cart. And now our third and final group coming in for the youth carts. Our gates are closed on the rail at the trot. Walk, please, down to the walk. Trot on, please, back into the trot. Miss Kenseth will start our reverse in the corner. Down to the walk, please. All walk. And trot on, please, back into the trot. And we will be lining up. Miss Kenseth, you are going to lead the lineup. Drivers, please come in as safely and closely as possible. And give them a nice round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Our third and final group. This is our third and final division. Our judge, Mr. Steve Gregg, walking past each entry. He is, again, looking at how the exhibitors hold their lines, how they adjust the lines. When he asks them to back, looking how they gather everything up. Again, basically how well the horse and the driver work together. Our driver always has nice smiles on their face, excited to be out there. This is the world level and an honor for all of them to be here in the arena. As soon as we have seen all these entries, we'll be bringing our first and second groups back in, and then we're making our first call for the ladies to do the driving. Well, we've had a news flash that this is not the final group. We do have one more section that will come in. So what a boost for our World Perch Run Congress to have this many youth exhibiting. Again, we are going to have one more division, they tell us. And we will be dismissing this group. They're going to be making their way out to the right. As always, take them out with a nice round of applause. Our third group going out, so we have one more section to come. And as soon as we have safely cleared the arena gate, we'll be bringing in our fourth and final division. Truly a remarkable class, honoring our youth drivers 9 to 14 years of age. Our gates are closed. Continue at the trot, please. Walk, please, down to the walk. And trot on, drivers, back to the trot. And we are going to be reversing as you make your way around. Robin will be starting that reverse. Walk, please, down to the walk. And back into the trot, please. Drivers, trot on. And we will be lining up. Drivers, we do need you to pull in as closely as possible. Please pull in closely to the neighbor beside you. Again, if you would pull in close as you can, we are going to be bringing all entries back in. He had confidence the entire time. Do you think it's fun riding with your teenager when they get their driving permit in a vehicle? Try riding with our youth drivers with a 1-ton horse. Just about nerve-wracking. All right, we are going to be welcoming the remaining entries back from the 1st through the 3rd division. I have to say thanks again to our official photographer, Ken. He's out there making sure he gets a picture of every one of these youth drivers. This is going to be a memory that they will have for the rest of their life of participating here at our World Perch Run show. So Ken, thanks for capturing those memories. And back into the arena, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd groups. Pay attention to our ring steward. He might be filling in some spots there. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get them parked on the back row. And I have to tell you, this is our largest class of the show. This is the class that sets the stage for our future World Percheron Congresses. Give them all a nice round of applause. "24 entries made it to the arena for this class. 24 entries. I am so glad that it is Steve that has the judges card, because this is a class that all of them I wish we could give a blue ribbon to. But we are going to have Steve's results. I don't know if we have room for a drive-off or not, but we might be able to park a couple more in. If we want any more in the line, there are a few spots we could fill in. This class, again, sponsored by the Daly family in memory of Alex Greer. They love the breed and enjoy watching future generations discover their love for the horses. For years, they had pleasure riding and cart horses, and they are the sponsors today. That is Bart and Jill Daly from Plainfield, New Hampshire. On deck will be the gelding cart for the ladies. Gelding ladies carts will be on deck. Our judge turning his card in. We do want to announce to our exhibitors and to all of you, we did run out of the World Show coats and vests, but if you would like to order, we will be making them up. If you're an exhibitor and you win a class and you would like your name on your coat, we will do that as well. If you, again, would like a vest or a coat for the World Percheron Congress, make sure to stop by the Congress store and we will get that ordered for you. In this class, we are going to have several entries that will be held in reserve, and this will be in no particular order. We do want to acknowledge each of these exhibitors, so you may go out to your right. In reserve, number 1002, Maya, exhibiting for Pegasus Clinic. In reserve, number 1010, Emma, driving for Stumbled in Pertrans. And Emma says she is driving in this class for her friend Jody. In reserve, number 1015, Ella DeGrande for Higher Farms. In reserve, number 1016, Montana Reinberger for Higher Farms. In reserve, number 1017, Alex Chudzik for Chudzik Farm. That's our happy, smiley young man, just 9 years old. In reserve, number 1018, McKenna Shaw for Ames Pertrans. In reserve, number 1021, Jens Voldend for Cannon Valley Carriage and Pertrans. In reserve, 1023, Lexi for Triple F Farm. In reserve, 1068, Gabriella for Chudzik Farm. Entry number 1071, Lily for Cannon Valley Carriage and Pertrans. In reserve, 1076, Luke for Silver Oak Pertrans. In reserve, 1078, Miss Taylor Coleman for Mark Messenger Memorial Hitch. And reserve number 1080, Ted Johnson for Belle Queen Farm. If you are still in this class, pull up into the lineup if you would, please. We'll pull you up into the lineup. Hopefully we have 10 left out there. All right, it seems like we do have, again, a few more out there than we need. So I'm going to go through those numbers in reserve again. 1002, 1005, Logan Few with Endeavor Pertrans. Logan, sorry I missed your number there. In reserve, 1010, Emma. 1015, Ella. 1013, Oral for Kiowa Creek. All right, thank you to those exhibitors. Now, remaining entries, if you would go out to your left. In 10th place today, entry number 1001, that is Sarah Sharp for Way Up Farms. 9th place is going to entry 1054, Leon Yoder for the Yoder Family Hay Company. In 8th place, number 1014, Campbell Reinberger of Higher Farms, Ditmar Farms. In 7th place, entry number 1007, Kens Zubrod for Zubrod Pertrans. Sixth place to entry number 1012, Owen Anderson for the Charleswood Pertrans. In 5th place, entry number 1048, my buddy Jack Schreiber for Schreiber Pertrans. Good job, Jack. In fourth place, number 1020, Robin, exhibiting for the Lone Oak Pertrons. You got Robin down there on the end. We'll get her to turn around. In third place today, entry number 1011, Miss Allie Hussey, doing the driving for the White Mountain Pertrons. Allie and her horse Katie been having a great season in the junior division. Good job, Allie. In second place, entry number 1003, Dayana Minchell for Express Ranches of Yukon, Oklahoma. And ladies and gentlemen, your world champion in the youth division of our cart class, entry number 1024, Braden Gilbert of All Star Farms. Congratulations, just 9 years old. As he makes his way around, again, we salute your world champion, Mr. Braden Gilbert, doing the driving for All Star Farms. Our queens making the presentation, Jordan and Jolene. What an exciting class, very talented young man on the lines of the entry of All Star Farms. Congratulations, Braden, you are the world champion today. Congratulations, Mr. Braden. Well, our next class into the arena, we are going to be featuring our ladies doing the driving. We are going to have this as a split class and all. We have 21 scheduled entries. We're going to be welcoming Mr. Steve Gregg back into the arena. He is going to again see multiple divisions to this class as our ladies making their way in. This class sponsored by the Pennsylvania Draft Horse Sale, Dale Stoltzfus of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Ladies making their way in the ladies gelding class. All right, our last entry now in the arena for this division on the rail at the trot. And Miss Faith, you are going to start our reverse in the corner, please. Walk your entries, ladies, down to the walk, please. And trot on, please. Back into the trot, ladies. And Miss Faith is going to start our lineup when you get down to our ring steward. We'll be lining up, ladies. And how is that for a fast-paced group of our first division to the ladies driving the gelding carts? Our ladies working on the rail, our judge calling for the different gaits, seeing again in this class how our ladies adjust the lines, how they hold the lines, how they work together with their horse. In driving a ladies' cart horse, you're looking for a very pleasurable horse, a horse that is not too powerful that it would be a struggle for our ladies. This class sponsored again by the Pennsylvania Draft Horse Sale of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. It is held every year in mid-January at the Pennsylvania Farm Show Complex in Harrisburg. It is one of the longest running specialty draft horse sales in the country, having been in existence over 37 years. This is just the first of 3 divisions that we are going to see in the arena, featuring our ladies driving in the gelding division. Our judge making notes on his card. This again going to be a tremendous class, as we have 21 entries total. As you can see, our ladies all very well dressed in their driving attire, part of our etiquette. Whip in hand, smile on their face. And starting with Miss Brittany, we are going to open the gates and we will send this heat of our ladies out. We will see them all back in for final placings, but what a beautiful division. Take them out with a nice round of applause. We are going to be welcoming in our second division as soon as we have cleared the aisleway. Our second group making their way in. This class again featuring our ladies doing the driving. And group number 2 making their way in. Our gates are going closed. Ladies, on the rail at the trot, please. And Miss Lori, you are going to start our reverse in the corner. Down to the walk, please. Down to the walk. All walk. And trot on, ladies. Back into the trot. And Miss Lori, you are going to start our lineup when you get down to our ring steward. And our second division now making their way in. Would you give these ladies a nice round of applause? As our judge is marking his card in this class, again, we want to acknowledge our sponsor, the Pennsylvania Draft Horse Sale. Dale Stoltzfus is the head of that. The dates for the 2019 sale are January 15th and 16th. Everyone involved with this sale would like to extend their congratulations to the Percheron Association, especially to all the hardworking volunteers for establishing the World Percheron Congress as a highly successful tradition for the Percheron horse. We are dismissing our group in the second division now. We do want to remind you that this will be our final class before our break. At the break, we will come back at 5 o'clock. Again, this will be our final class. But give these ladies a nice round of applause as they make their way out. One more division to our cart class featuring our ladies driving the gelding carts. And then, as I said, we'll take a break until 5 o'clock. We do want to remind everybody to shop the vendors over in the trade show area. If you are an exhibitor, you've not turned in your entry form to win your free pair of Twisted X shoes, make sure to get in your exhibitor package and take that out. It is over at Logan Reinhold's Western Store, Reinhold's Western Store in the trade show. And round number 2 now coming in. I'm sorry, round number 3 coming in. Please welcome our ladies in round number 3. Our final entry making her way in now, if you would, on the rail at the trot, please. And Miss Janine, you are going to start our reverse in the corner. We'll be reversing with Express. And down to the walk, ladies. Down to the walk, please. And trot on, ladies. Back to the trot, please. Now we have hot legs. Hot legs.
The two coexist.
And Miss Janine, you are going to start our lineup when you get down to our ring steward. And we'll ask that, ladies, you pull in as closely but safely as possible. Again, ladies, we need you to come in tight if you can. We have lots more to come back in. And would you give our third and final division a nice round of applause? Many of our classes, we see the cart being used in the performance divisions. In the days of horsepower, the carts played a very vital part in the farm life, in the everyday life on the farms. It was an easy way for the ladies to make a quick trip to market or to a neighbor's. Oftentimes, the kids could easily hook their single cart horse up and 2 or 3 of them on the seat to go to school or go to neighbors. But it was more used in the days before trucks and trailers. During the breeding season, if the stallions needed to travel around during the breeding season, they would hook that stallion into the cart and travel around. It was then that a lot of the old-timers refer to these classes as the stud cart classes because, again, it was used to transport the stallions. Now in the performance classes, we see that it is a very vital part of our performances. You see the ladies, the youth, the gentlemen, the mares, specific classes for our carts. And in this division, it is the ladies driving the geldings. Our judge, Mr. Gregg, making reviews over his notes. We are going to be placing only our top 10 in this class, as we have throughout our performances, deciding which he is going to see back in the arena for the second drive. We are going to be keeping the Ames entry in the arena and the Mark Messenger Memorial Hitch in the arena. All right, Justin, are we leaving these ladies in here then? Okay. We are short on space out there, so we are going to bring our drive-off contenders in and leave them on the rail. Then we will dismiss these ladies. Again, tight on space, they stay out there. So we are going to be bringing back into the arena the entry from Young Living Percherons. The entry from Shining Stars Percherons with Faith. And the Shining Stars entry with Christina. And we'll open the gates because I believe now we're going to send out, starting with Mary, we're going to send out those entries in the third division. Ladies, if you would just stop on the rail, we're going to be dismissing our third division. And now you are going to see a very powerful drive off. As our gates go closed, we are going to put our ladies on the rail for the drive off. We hope that you pick yourself out a favorite and cheer them on. And Miss Jackie, you are going to start our reverse in the corner. I cannot believe you are so quiet, Iowa. Look at these ladies out there. What a class. And we are lining up, ladies, as you make your way around. We are going to be lining up, please, pulling in closely as all entries be coming back in. Need you in tight, ladies. In tight, ladies. Holy cow, how'd you think about that drive off? What did you think, ladies and gentlemen? We are going to be sending those first, second, and third heats back into the arena at this time as we thank our class sponsor, the Pennsylvania Draft Horse Sale, Dale Stoltzfus. And our ladies making their way in, if you would, please line up as closely as possible. In tight, ladies, if you would, please. Well, I have to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I have an opportunity to announce hundreds and hundreds of horse shows, and I cannot remember the last time I saw a ladies' cart class of this caliber. Would you give all of our ladies a nice round of applause? In this class, we will have entries that will be held in reserve. It will be in no particular order. All right, in reserve in no particular order, entry number 611, the entry of Schreiber Percherons with Mary exhibiting. In reserve, entry number 610, Express Ranches with Janine, if you go out to your right. In reserve, entry 616, Beth exhibiting for Gray Thunder Percherons. In reserve, number 618, Courtney for the Lone Oak Percherons. In reserve, entry 649, Amy Snover, Way Up Farms. In reserve, number 660, Michelle for Chudzik Farms. Reserve to entry 662, Highland View with Katie Van Vliet. And in reserve 664, Emma for Pegasus Clinic. In reserve, entry 619, Bell Queen Farm with Nikki. Number 622, White Mountain Percherons. Kaylee exhibiting. In reserve, 612, Pine Hollow Dairy with Lauren. All right, we are now at our top 10 entries in this class, featuring our ladies doing the driving of the gelding. In 10th place today, number 625, that is the entry of Hammersbach Percherons with Lori on the lines. Our 9th place award today is going to number 627, Pittman Percherons from Claremont, Minnesota. Tracy exhibiting. Mr. Henry, her very handsome assistant out there. In 8th place, number 617, Marissa Cush doing the driving for the Flat Rock Draft Horses. In 7th place, entry number 694, Wilson Farms with Maria Wilson. Our 6th place award today is going to entry number 613, the entry of HD Rapid Percherons with Hannah on the line. Fifth place to entry 624, the entry of the Mark Messenger Memorial Hitch with Radine Messenger on the lines. Fourth place going to entry number 628, the entry of Young Living Percherons with Brittany Sparrow doing the driving. In 3rd place, entry number 614, that is the entry of Shining Stars Percherons with Christina doing the driving. In 2nd place, the honors to number 852, Shining Stars Percherons with Miss Faith Brooks on the lines. And ladies and gentlemen, your world champion in the ladies cart division is entry number 609, Mrs. Jackie Shaw, doing the driving for the Ames Percheron Farm, joining us from Jordan, Minnesota. Our Queen Jordan making the presentation today to Jackie Shaw, your winning entry, a beautiful class Probably one of the toughest classes we've had here at the World Portrait Congress. Our queen set, Ken capturing the moment. And now we are going to turn the arena over to your world champion in the ladies kart division, Jackie Shaw. The arena is yours. Please make her feel welcome on the blue ribbon pass. Congratulations, your world champion, Miss Jackie Shaw. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being a part of our afternoon performance. We will take a break until 5 o'clock this evening. Make sure to visit our vendors area and all the activities taking place around the fairgrounds. Make sure to visit the pavilion. I know lots of classes going on in the pavilion right now as well.